Well, good morning, campers. I got some parts. No boards yet. Now all I'm waiting for is the boards. Got some oscillators, 25 and 20 megahertz. These are not something I typically have laying around because some of these can be a little pricey. Particularly these 25 megahertz ones, because I got some that are, fairly stable. So, they're like several dollars a piece. So I just don't keep these things laying around. Encoders, and I've got one of them already in here, and this is sort of a unique encoder. I got this encoder without indents. And the argument being, at least my thought, and it could come back to bite me later, but I've got another 148 here. Of course, this is a an eBay tech special where someone has the golden screwdrivers have gotten to it, and it's been somewhat ruined, but I think I'm good, so I think I'll resurrect this one. It's a newer board. You can tell, hell, by the color, the newer one from the older one. This one's probably 30 years old, and this one's probably maybe 20. This one's got 1995 on the back, so yeah, it just turned 20 years old, so it's in need of repair. You see them on eBay for cheap, and sometimes you just spring for it and get them. Especially when you can get it for $30 or something like that. Doesn't hurt. So, anyways, the clarifier on this one's got a clarifier that's sort of loosey goosey. This is it's a fairly clean and smooth pot compared to the other one on this radio, where this one's just sort of gummed up, I suspect, and really tight. Some people I've read like them when they're tight like that because it's harder to bump. But anyway, so I got a non-indented encoder to put here, so that it just seems more, I guess, VFO-ish. So that's this one, and it's also a knurled knob, and it's the correct shaft length and everything like that, so go on the radio. So I can just sit here and spin this to my heart's content, back and forth. And you probably can see the responsiveness of the control. It seems fine to me. So anyways, got that. Contrary to popular belief, because I actually had somebody that sent me an email and said, "Hey, do you just keep microcontrollers laying around?" No, I don't. When I need some, I buy them. I do have microcontrollers laying around, but when it comes to the fairly expensive, AT megas or X megas or whatever, picks, I just don't have them laying around because there's no reason to have $300 worth of microcontrollers laying around for no reason, especially since this is essentially all prototyping. But this one is the most interesting thing that and of course all of these things came from DigiKey. This is the most interesting one, and these are the SI5351s, and I looked at this package and I said, "Holy smokes, that's really thick for." When I only bought 10 of them, I'm not trying to, buy a whole bunch of them. So, I got 10 of them because I could use 10 of them. So, I'm looking at this like, why is that so thick? And I feel it, and it feels, I was like, what is going on? So I opened it up, and it seems like DigiKey here has gone to these Ziploc bags. And so now we've got a Ziploc bag. And we've got our, humidity indicator inside of there, as typical. This one's not open, and there'll be one in here too. And that's for baking, when you're doing reflow. Make sure you don't have a high humidity level or your parts could explode. And I mean, you got that, and you got your desiccant in there, and then you got all these little Ziploc bags inside of this. And this kind of stumped me because I opened this up and I'm looking at this, and it's like somebody actually went and took the effort to put each individual chip into a Ziploc bag. What in the world? So, I don't know. I think that somebody was bored when they were filling orders at DigiKey. Or somebody was new. Anyway, I thought that was good. So let's get the air out of this as much as possible. Because I might bake them, and I definitely... Well, I mean... And that's the thing. If you got the desiccant and I don't know, they're in their own Ziploc bags, and then beats me. I'm just sort of mystified by this packaging arrangement. But whatever works for them. You know, baked parts. If 60% is not blue, well, it's definitely blue. So, you know, they don't have to bake them. Anyway, I just thought that was rather odd. Nothing to see here. There's just they're just those. You know, just those. I got piles of them on these little boards laying around because I use these a lot. So, you know, I've got them all over the place. And when I cook one, I just pull it off the board and put another one on. So, anyways, those are the only bits that I needed. I have everything else. Obviously the boards. I have all the other parts. So got all that. So what's up with this? Well, I'm just now. Oh, sorry, kicking the camera. I'm just waiting for the boards at this point. So someone asked me about soldering and cleaning up. In fact, I think it was someone who saw one of Mike's radio repair videos where he was talking about, you know, just shoddy work and things like that. Of course, I got to make a comment when I see shoddy work because I don't like it myself. So, cleaning a circuit board, I was going to show that. And I was going to show that on this Tech Special radio that's been soldered to death. And this is the way I do business. And, you know, not everybody else, you know, does business the same way. There's some soldering all in here. Not sure why. So, you know, we've got some isopropyl in a dispenser, a horsehair brush, you know, and you just get your some little isopropyl in there and just sort of, you know, wet the area a little bit. You're gonna need some of these. Okay, so you got that in there, you got that wetted, and then you just sort of put that over there and you just sort of dab it up. And you get all the flux. It's gonna pull the flux into the wipe, and it'll leave you with a nice clean board. So, you know, again, this is how I do things. Not everybody does it the same way. And the reason for the horsehair brush is because you can get, you know, you got all the component leads and all the solder fillets and everything like that, so you can get all that, you know, get it down there in between them and get this all cleaned up. You know, just move it, do the same thing, you know, dab it all up in there, and when this evaporates, and you may be able to see it now, you see how it's all sort of yellowed. Maybe. I don't know how well this is going to show up in the camera. But when this dries, you'll really see it. When all the alcohol evaporates, it's already evaporating, and you see all the flux that was on the board is now on here, and the board's clean. So, you know, that's me. That's how I do things. This is really great, and you know, for surface-mounted stuff, you know, because you're not trying to, you know, break components with this, and you really, you know, I mean, the bristles are you know, they give, so you're not gonna, you know, break any parts, but that's already getting, you know, as it's drying up, you see all the flux yellow on the that's on the white, but it's pulled it off the board. So anyways, that's basically it. So cleaning a board is really just that simple. You know, wherever you do your work, these are inexpensive. You know, they really are. I mean, it's like probably like $2 for the box or something like that. You know, boxes of them all over the place. Isopropyl alcohol, again, not expensive. The Menda dispenser is not expensive. Horsehair brushes, I buy bags of these things. Great for cleaning. If you want stiffer bristles, you just cut the thing and you got stiffer bristles. You know, so that's basically it for an update on this. I'd like to hear opinions on the non-indented encoder here. I thought about that last minute. I figured that if the clarifier had indents, you know, click, 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 you know, that it might be, you know, not so, you know, user-friendly. Now the channel selector, yeah, that one I think should be indented because I really wanted to try to keep that as a channel selector. And if you wanted to go off the beaten path, you could just turn the clarifier and you know, just, you know, at that point it's basically a VFO. So you could use the big one to get you where you want. You know, I want to go to channel 20, so I just, you know, go to channel 20 and okay, now I want to go to 19A, I guess, which is 27.195. So I would just, you know, turn the knob and go right down to 27.1, you know, the clarifier, which is really, I guess, a VFO, and go down. But you know, that's actually a bad example because I plan on implementing the old one had it. So when you went in between and they had the, you know, so-called radio control channels and things like that. I think that was what there was a 3A. I'm trying to remember. What it went from, what is it? It went 26.985 to 27.005. I think, I can't remember. You know, that's the one of the problems with you know, not messing around with this stuff either near enough or just simply getting absent-minded. And trust me, I'm getting absent-minded. So you know, just doing that. So you go there. I guess if you wanted to go in between channels, yeah, you just, you know, go down in between. You wanted to use an oddball frequency, yeah, just turn it, get to your oddball frequency. Still be able to adjust the steps. You know, it's I need to work on the software some more. I just haven't had a chance. Work stuff has been more important. Had to do the work stuff. You know, no time for play. So, anyways, that's, you know, basically it. I'm just waiting for the boards. So once I get the boards, put it together, we'll put it in radio, and you know, maybe I'll get the software done. We'll try to get some of the software done this weekend, and then go from there. But so far, you know, it seems to be going well. Got another question about the whole Roger beep thing. Yeah, this one's got it. So beep. It's got it's also got that kooky one. People ask me, I've gotten questions about that kooky one that I've gotten here. Nope, I turned it off. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. I think it's this one. So, come on. Nope, that was the wrong beat. I'll get it. I'll get it. The one that people like so much, which I just was a joke. People like, I don't know why people like that. It was a joke. I did it to sort of be antagonistic a little bit. And there's some guys that are around here locally that talk, and you know, I just jumped in there and said hello to them with that, and they're like, "What in the world is that toy? Where did you get that toy? I would like to get one of those toys." So the local guys kind of liked it. I think it's batshit crazy, but it was sort of a joke, and I've got people that are asking me about it all the time. Hey, can you put that into a separate toy? I may do it just because I've probably gotten and I'm not kidding you, at least 50 people have asked for that. Don't ask. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time.